Hey, what's going on? This is Fred. Just want to bring you a quick video. I know we talk a lot about learning how uh, our processes work when we have new clients coming in. And in this video, what we're going to talk about is why you should wait to do credit repair. Um, so before we get started, I want to go ahead and ask that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel because it helps the channel grow. Hit the bell notification so that way whenever we drop a new video, you'll be able to be included in that drop and be able to learn what we are teaching. And then finally, leave a comment, right? We just want to know what you think of the video, if you have any content that you want us to produce for you, so that way we can go ahead and get the ball rolling, trying to get some things out to the public, okay? So with that being said, thank you again. So the reason why I say you should wait before you start your credit is because a lot of times when people come into a program for credit repair, there's things that they need to do on their end because credit repair is only working on 35% of your credit score, right? You still have another 65%. Most companies will teach you what that 65% is, but more than likely, it is going to have a monetary cost for you to spend out of pocket. So a lot of times what I tell people when they try to come into our program, we want to know if they can afford the program, first of all. And if so, can they afford the things that might be needed that come along with credit repair, such as building your credit? So when we say you need to build your credit, there is some outgo of income of expenses that you're going to have to spend. You're going to have to go ahead and possibly get a credit mix of revolving credit and installment credit if you don't have that already, right? So there's certain things that have to happen in order for your credit to see changes. And it's not only on a credit repair company to make those changes for you because we only can do so much. We can't tell you to pay your bills or when to pay your bills. The only thing that we can do is suggest that you go ahead and set up all of your payments on automatic bill pay. So that way you're never late, right? Or if money is an issue and you have a car payment coming up and you're not going to be able to make that payment, what do you do, right? So it's our job to try to help educate you on things that may go wrong and how you can get in front of that issue and combat it and try to get ahead of the problem rather than react after things have already happened. And what do I mean? Let's say you have a car payment and payment's coming due, but you just had three flats. Say for instance you ran over some nails and got three flat tires. Now you got to go buy a set of tires, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to have to take your car payment money and pay it towards those tires. But now you don't have the money to pay for your car payment. So what do? It's simple. You're going to reach out to your auto loan company and you're going to ask for a deferment. I always tell people to try to get 2-month deferment. Usually you'll be able to do this as long as it's been after a year since you've gotten the loan. So this is a very important step in trying to stay in front of any issues and in front of any problems that might come towards you, right? So if you're able to do this, then you'll be able to take that money from the 2 car payments. Don't go spend it frivolously, going out on a night on the town, taking the kids out and just splurging. No, you still want to make sure that you budget the money that you're going to be able to save, pay it towards other bills that might need to be paid, save the money, whatever the case is. You just want to be able to react in a more efficient way. You don't want to just go blow the money and say, hey, I don't have to pay a car payment for 2 months. But remember, you just got the set of tires and you got to pay that money back, right? So you just want to kind of stay in front of things before they happen rather than reacting after the fact and then trying to fix it that way because you're just going to have a much harder time, right? So this is one of the things that a lot of times our clients come into us and they have issues that come up, but they're afraid to address the issue. If you're dealing with us, we're going to attack the problem head on. When you come do business with us, you become our family. So we're going to treat you like our family, And sometimes we'll teach you things and tell you things that you might not want to hear, but it's something that you need to know, right? So in this case, we're talking about doing a car deferment for 2 months, right? And usually you'll get about 3 deferments over the life of the loan, and they want at least 12 months. This is in most circumstances. I don't know who it is that you're with, but it's always good to check if you do run into a problem like that, okay? You could do the same type of thing with credit cards, bills, household bills, like your electric bill, water bill, whatever. You just want to make sure that you get in front of the situation, okay? Which leads me to another thing. We always want to make sure that you have a budget for an emergency fund. Now, most of our clients, they don't have one put in place. We want you to at least start off with working towards that emergency fund of $1,000, right? We recommend doing it slowly. If you can't do it all at once, do it over a 6-month time frame. If you have extra money, put extra money into that budget for your emergency fund to try to shorten that gap up, all right? Then once you've built that emergency fund, don't touch it. Don't touch that bill. Leave that $1,000 in there for a true emergency. Now, a true emergency is not wanting to go to a restaurant to go have dinner, right? That's not an emergency. Now, what an emergency could be is, let's say you lost your wallet and you had $400 in there, and you won't have no groceries. Take from your emergency fund, go buy your groceries, then start building back on your emergency fund. So it's things like this that we want to get ahead of, and sometimes you just got to put a halt on what you want to do, as far as like trying to fix your credit, and try to start building your credit. Now, a lot of our clients come in and they don't have an open revolving account, okay? We always recommend to have a minimum of 3 open revolving accounts and 1 installment account and a mortgage. This is what you call credit mix, okay? There are different types of loans, and there are different types of credit, but it's going to give you that mix that they know that, 1, you're able to handle different types of loans, and 2, and more importantly, that you're able to pay your bills on time, right? By having multiple accounts, in our situation that we're talking about, that's five different loan payments that you're making, whether it's credit card or mortgage or some type of installment like a personal loan, car loan, student loan, something like that. So you want to make sure that what you're doing is going to be cohesive to what you're trying to do. And in this case is you're trying to build your credit, right? What we do here is we're going to take a look at the overall picture of where your credit is at. And based on where it's at, that's where we're going to make our recommendations. So if you don't have the credit mix that we want you to have, we're going to say, hey, this is what we recommend, right? So we might say, go get an account with self-lender, right? Or check with your bank and see if they have any type of credit building loan, okay? We know self-lender, you can put in $48 for 2 years. This will give you 2 years of history. You just make your payments to self-lender at the end of the time. They're going to give you all your money back minus the fees that you're going to have to pay them. It's very minimal. It's about 20 or 30 bucks, something like that, over the life of 2 years. But you're putting this money in. That, in turn, can go ahead and turn into an emergency fund to help build up your 3 to 6 months after you've started building your fund, or help you pay down your bills once you get that money back, okay? So this is one reason why we recommend self-lender, okay? 2, is we want you to get those 3 credit cards, okay? And a lot of times, not a lot of times, 99.9% of the time, you're going to have to put money down as a deposit to act towards your credit limit, okay? Most companies will be able to do $300 to $500. We do work with a company that goes as low as $200. So it's something that you want to start doing. Then you're going to put those payments on auto pay. So that way you're making payments. And then what we suggest that you do is put 1 bill on each of the cards and pay it off in full every single month. So let's say, for example, you have a Netflix account, a gym membership, and a cell phone bill. Okay. What I recommend to do is put one of those bills on each one of those credit cards. So you have 3 credit cards, you put one bill on each, and you pay it in full. Don't let it ride, just pay it in full. You're going to call each company and ask them, hey, when do you report to the credit bureaus? Whatever day it is, pay your bill in full 3 days prior to that. That way it gives time to post the account and let it post to the account as the payment being made before they report to the credit report, because we want to show that you're utilizing that credit properly. You don't want to get a credit card, go max it out, because then you're going to have problems, right? So these are the types of things that we want you to look out for. We want you to focus on what's most important for your finances, right? And we've been in this game for a long time, so we know what works, what doesn't work. Sometimes we have clients come through and we tell them what to do, and they just don't do it the exact way that we teach them, right? So our goal is to help you hit your goals, and this is with savings. We don't want you putting those down payments anymore, right? When you go buy a car, we don't want you putting a large down payment. We want you to have little to no down payment. We want you to get under 5% interest rate rather than over 25%, right? There's certain things that we know that I myself have done, right? When I first got into credit, the reason why I got into credit repair is because I had bad credit. I could not buy a car on my own, right? I had to get the car under my sister's name. I couldn't even be on the loan. That's how bad my credit was. Like most times when someone goes to the dealership to get a car, they need a cosigner. No, not me. My credit was so bad, I could not be on the loan. He came back and he told me, you need to find someone to get the car for you. And I said, you mean like a cosigner? He said, no, like you can't be on the loan. And they put the car in their name all by themselves. And that's what happened to me. That's how I got into the world of credit repair. That's how I learned about credit. My sister gave me a packet. It was about 50 pages or so. I read the packet. I learned the packet. Had sample letters. I used those sample letters. And 22 years ago, the letters worked great. In today's day and age, letters don't work as good as they used to. So there's a lot more that goes into credit repair than just saying the account doesn't belong to me when we know the account belonged to you. There's laws that have been put in place to help protect consumers, right? Laws such as the Fair Credit Reporting Act and the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. These are just two of the many laws, and these are like big laws. There's laws within each of these acts that we focus on, right? As far as trying to exercise your rights. So I always say if you're going to get into credit repair, you want to start working on your credit, the sooner the better. But what we do recommend is that you have the funds to be able to afford what you're going to need. Most of the times, you're going to need to start a credit building program or rebuilding, if you've already had bad credit. So if that's the case, reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Just leave a comment below. I'll leave my email address for you to go ahead and shoot me an email if you got questions, or if you don't want to do it publicly, if you're ashamed or embarrassed about it, don't be, because there's a lot of people who have issues with their credit. Okay, the Fair Credit Reporting Act says, there was a study done and said there's 79% of people who have an error on their credit report. Okay, so that's nearly 8 in 10 people have some type of error on their credit report. Okay, so my goal with you is just to help you see what's available for you, not to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? Because other companies will just prey on you and they'll just want you to get started so that way they can start making money. That's not how I operate. My goal is to help you financially. And sometimes it's to take a step back, right? Because if I take a step back and show you what you need and provide some type of value to you, you're going to appreciate me more you're going to respect me more because I didn't try to take advantage of you. And that's what a lot of these companies are doing. I'm one to try to get out in front of you and let you know, hey, this is what's going on out there. Okay. You could take my word for it, or you can let them try to sell you on it. But I'm just going to let you know what it is, what time it is, and what's out there. I've been doing this for long enough to know that things happen in people's lives. I know things may have happened in your life. It surely happened in my life. I went through that divorce, and here I am today. It's 22 years later, but I'm in a much better place because I understand what credit can do. I understand how credit has helped me financially, right? My credit has helped me make $13,000 extra for 2 years that I implemented a program where I turned my credit into an asset, right? Instead of using your credit as a liability, which most people do, use it to your advantage, right? Use it to your advantage so you can make additional income. They say the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Most people have a job, but they leave it at that. They don't try to explore other avenues. Credit can be another avenue for you, right? You do things like Turo, Airbnb, and there's ways that you can go about leveraging what you have where you have little to no outgo, but you're bringing in income, right? I did it for 2 years. I had loans for over $100,000 where I didn't make any payment out of my own pocket. I let the business part of it take care of me. So the business paid all the bills, right? And it paid me it was about $10,000 after everything was said and done. I got paid about $10,000 a year for little to no work. I mean, I did a little bit of work. It wasn't much. Took my car to get it washed and gave it away. Let people drive it, and I got paid for it. So it's something that you can do. It's something that's out there. If you want to see what it would be for you, as far as like cost, what you might need, hit me up, right? Give me a call. My phone number, toll free, is 800-972-3970. Give me a call, right? 800-972-3970. Let me take a look at your credit. If you have issues, you need to start the rebuilding program. We have a program that's pretty much guaranteed to get you set as far as your building or rebuilding programs is considered. Once you get that building process started, then we start working on the credit if you can't afford all of it at the same time. This way, you're going to get the best bang for your buck. You're going to get your history start building, right? And history is 15% of your FICO credit score. So there's things that we do in a particular manner for each and every one of our clients. Well, whether you're a client or not, we'll take a look at your credit for free. We'll provide you a free credit analysis, so that way you see in writing exactly what's affecting your credit and how it is that we can help. Okay, so if this sounds like something that's valuable to you, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it definitely helps the algorithm with YouTube. We'll be dropping this video on other outlets, so if you got questions, leave them in the comment below. Share the video if you think somebody else could benefit from it. We just want to provide value for you. And if we've done that for you today, give me a thumbs up and then just let me know what you thought about the video. If you have questions or concerns, leave them in the comments. I'll definitely reach out to you. Again, phone number is 800-972-3970. I'm going to leave my email on the screen. It's going to be right up here. If you got questions, you don't want to do it publicly, in the comment section, shoot me an email and I'll go ahead and respond to you. It's going to be my direct email, just because I want to be able to give back, right? I wish I had the help. I had a packet, but that's all I had. And in the packet, it would say stuff like, the account doesn't belong to me. So I would use it and it would take stuff, I would get things deleted. Nowadays, that doesn't work. Nowadays, people aren't even reading the letters. The letters are going through a machine and it's scanning the letter and reading the letter through the computers, right? It's called OCR, optimal character recognition. So a lot of things that are needed to be learned. I've been doing this for over 20 years. Um, I have a passion for helping people, if you didn't know by now. So again, I want to thank you for watching the video. Like I said, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you can be notified. With that being said, have a good day, and I will talk to you soon.